Alrighty, welcome back folks, Rod here. So right now we have the Wii U hooked up. We're going to be putting up into the Wii mode. Let's enable... Where's my gamepad? Oh, I gotta hook up the Wii remote. Alright, let me grab my Wii remote. Make sure the batteries are good. Alright. Yeah, we're going to be going back to an older game. Let's see if we can just enable both TV and gamepad, just in case. My gamepad is... My Wii U gamepad is facing like a sideways 90 degrees. I also need to swap the view, or the scene, I mean. Not sure if I want to enable cam, but we're going to be putting the disc in so you can find the right cam here. Oh, I don't think I have... Hold on, let me see if I can swap back real quick. And let's grab... Wait, does this... I don't know if Mario Kart Wii runs in widescreen or not. I guess I'll grab both these sources if I can. Let's see, reference, there we go. Oh, I only want to enable one. I'm not sure if this is just showing up for us. Oh, that's why. Because I have the other source enabled. But it's not hooked up to that system. Alright. Pressing the A button. There we go. Alright. We are number 2. Let me see if we can... Wait, what is number 1? What is controller number 1? Is it the gamepad? Right now the gamepad is charging. Whoop. I don't want to bump into things. Oh, interesting. So when you touch the screen on the gamepad, it says, Wii software cannot be controlled with the Wii U gamepad. I hadn't seen that before. Alright, let me see. Can we enable cam? Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a bit weird. Oh, we got a little bit of cam going. I don't normally enable it for like the Wii mode when we're playing Wii games. This is my game disc wallet. I don't know why it's not so zoomed in. Maybe I gotta zoom out or something, because possibly last night, as we were doing some Zelda art, I must have zoomed it in. Let me see if I can bring it back to normal. There we go. I could just enable the other camera setup, and maybe that one would have already set to the right size and whatnot. But yeah, this is my wallet. This is actually a Newegg CD wallet. Came free with a bunch of DVD spindles. There are some games for the Wii U. I've been meaning to maybe hop on to playing Super Mario 3D World someday. For folks who had seen the new Super Mario Brothers movie, there's a neat little reference to this exact game. Boop. And yeah, I mean, the disc itself shows it already. Oh man, that was a really fun scene. I love seeing that. Well, yeah, Skyward Sword is over here, the original Wii version. Came with a soundtrack for the 25th anniversary. Orchestra, symphony. That's some classic trance CDs. I also have Tekken Tournament, Tekken Tag Tournament, Wii U edition. Runs pretty well on the Wii U, I mean. It's also Nintendo Land. Would be great to maybe revisit this someday. Also have New Super Mario Bros. U for the Wii U. The Wonderful 101, Hyrule Warriors, which we featured in the past. I might go back to it and see what's up where I left off on that. Mario Party 8 on the Wii, the original Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. But tonight, you know, gonna be going back to this game. Play a little bit more. I was deciding which what game to go with, and I don't know. There were a few options, but I feel like, yeah, you know what? Feels like a good night to maybe play something Mario related. And I knew I won't be prepared to do like a platformer Mario, like traditional Mario platformer, so this one's going in. I think last time we played it was about a month ago, and we tried to unlock Birdo, and which we did towards the end of that session, so that was pretty neat. Alright. Yeah, we're taking a little bit of break from Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. We've been featured every Thursday, so now that 3 Ultimate is on break, we can probably put some other games in. Might have to go back to Zack and Wiki as well. Old Wii game. Dead Space Extraction, we finished. Umbrella Chronicles, I think we finished. So, yeah. Set that aside for now. Alright. Hey there, Ash. Welcome in. Yeah, you can see a part of my desk now. I got some of my my old system set up, but it's a little bit of a clunky setup, but it's okay. Let's see. But I probably won't be having the cam on for too long. Just want to showcase the game discs for a little bit. There we go. Turn it off for now. But yeah, I was thinking to maybe hop onto some Mario Kart Wii. I don't know why the controller still says number 2. I don't know which the first controller is. But let me see. Hopefully it still counts as you know, controllable. But yeah, I'll possibly play with a nunchuck setup. There's multiple modes or controller modes that you can play with a Mario Kart Wii, and I tend to stick with the nunchuck setup. I used to play with the classic controller setup a lot, but for some reason, now going back to this game is like controlling with that controller type is not. It doesn't really last all that long for me. I started to get a little bit more. Call it, like it starts to feel like I start to feel it, you know, with the fingers. But anyways, let's hop into this. Okay, so it looks like it still works as player 2. I mean, let's do single player. So I think we did mirror mode last time. Let's check it out. Yeah, we did mirror mode. I don't know if I completed that, but we're still trying to unlock more. Oh yeah, we did unlock Funky Kong. Funky Kong. Oh man. So yeah, we got Birdo last time, I think, and then we also got Funky Kong. I forgot what else. Maybe it was Baby Luigi. I forgot one of these. I think one of the babies got unlocked. Might have been Baby Luigi. Yeah. And yeah. Still 3 more characters to unlock. So this is a brand new save file, playing through the Wii U. And yeah, I might just try out Funky Kong, because I used to use him back, way back on the original Wii system. So I'm curious to see how he controls now. Fast forwarding like, what, 15 years? Curious to see how he plays. Because I was so used to this guy, and I would use him for like tournaments and stuff. I forgot what vehicle I use. Might have been the off-roader? Let's try off-roader and see how this feels like. This is very reminiscent of the one that's seen in the movie. Let's go manual. Except, I think without... It was Donkey Kong that had the big rockets on the sides. I think it was supposed to be a reference to the Donkey Kong racing game. I forgot what it's called. But they released that one for the Wii. I don't really see many people play that one, but someday I'll definitely want to feature it. But there's a racing game based on the Donkey Kong series, and it's not Diddy Kong Racing. That's a different game. But there's a Donkey Kong one where originally the plan was to use the DK bongos from the GameCube, and it was originally developed for the Wii, for the GameCube, but released for the Wii instead. So the longer that game was in development, by the time they were almost finished, it had to be moved over to the Wii because it was already late in the GameCube era. But yeah, originally the plan was to use the DK bongos on the GameCube, and yeah, that was a pretty fun game. And but I think the more popular one would be Mario Kart Wii. All right, let's see how. Okay, so we scored A, rank Bs. I might want to do this one. Start with the Mushroom Cup. Maybe try to raise the ranking up a little bit. I think Mario Kart Wii is still considered classic. Yeah, exactly. The whole entire Wii era, the Wii library of games, like the whole system itself is, I guess it's considered retro now. But yeah. Alright. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I pressed reverse. Let's see if you can remember the control here. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just hearing how Funky Kong just screams when he gets the boost. Did it just say Yatta? This... Oh my gosh, yeah. I just remembered. he does that when he speeds up. And this guy is pretty heavy. He's heavy, but I think choosing this cart is the right choice. It's no wonder why I chose the setup way back when. Oh man, remember the POW block? POW block was cool. It works well as like a defense item. You can also look back. I like how the wheels are spiked, but you can't really use them to hit or anything. Oh, there's Birdo. Funky's sounds are hilarious. What? That went right over his head. There we go. That's a little trick to recover from that. You gotta do a trick right at the right time. There we go. That's one. Yeah, I used to stream this way back when. Back in 2008, or whatever year it was. Got a little command for Mario Kart Wii specifically. Oh yeah, that was the boss battle. Sometimes I gotta remind myself what it was that I set for that command. It's a little clip of the boss battle that they used to have for this game, the online tournament. You can submit your records and whatnot. Alright, original Moo Moo Meadows. I feel like I should enable the Wii hat. Oh. Or Wii Remote, I guess, for now. Oh, Dry Bones was another one I used to use a lot. Oh, I saw the green shell. Yeah, it was either gonna be this game or I was thinking to do like Konami Kart. There was a Konami kart racer that I got from the Wii U shop before it closed down. I was thinking to feature that too, but I don't know. I'm not sure it was the right time yet. There's a few kart racers that I picked up. Let's feature this. Oh, Mario's got the cloud. Oh. See that shot? Oh, he passed it over to Birdo. Yeah, so it's like kind of like hot potato if you pass that cloud. Whoever shocks at the end, it turns into smaller size. Funky looks cool. I'm glad they added this guy to this game. Oh, Toad. Here, up through here. What's that? Looking forward to seeing who they will add next to Mario Kart Deluxe. Possibly Funky Kong would be a big one. Funky, maybe Diddy Kong? I don't know if they have Diddy Kong yet. If not Diddy, Dixie Kong, I think. Dixie Kong, maybe Cranky? I don't know if they would add for Cranky though. So I went to see the new Super Mario Brothers movie, and I saw that my local theater had Mario Kart Arcade GP DX. It was the deluxe version of the Arcade GP. So, not the latest iteration. The latest iteration of Arcade GP would be the VR version, which I think it's currently released in the US as well. It started in Japan first, I think, but now it's released in the US. But the one before that, which is the Arcade GP Deluxe, aka DX, that is the one that theater has, and there's two of them that they got hooked up. So you got to play that for a little bit. It's pretty neat. Played the first Arcade GP. They had it at PAX East 1 year. Got some footage of it as well. Oh, I only got to record clips of the DX. Oh. But I was pretty surprised when I saw that in the arcade section. Small, they still have a small arcade section to showcase the cinema, which is right down the street from me. But two characters that aren't usually in the series, but since the arcade games are developed by Bandai Namco, you play as Pac-Man, and specifically for the deluxe version of the Arcade GP, they added a taiko drum. Oh my gosh, the sound of that red shell. Oh. Yeah, you can play as Taiko Drum, which is its own separate series. I think they had an iteration of Taiko on the Wii U. I think there was a one for 3DS as well, and also Switch. I think there's an iteration on the Switch. It's more of a rhythm game, and it would be packed with its own accessory, like a drum accessory. So it's kind of like a DK bongos in a way. Prepare for that red shell. Except it comes with the sticks to tap on the drums, which is pretty neat. So there's a playable character in that DX where you play as the taiko drum, which is neat. I think Rosalina was also selectable, where she previously was not in the Arcade GP series. So I'm glad that they had her as a playable character in that iteration. Alright, Toad Factory. is the last one for this cup. Everything's going fine. Like first-party characters, but they could do Pac-Man, like maybe jump into like third-party, have Pac-Man in there, have like I said, a Taiko drum. That will be surprising for a lot of folks, because I feel like not many people get to play the arcade GP. Dry bones. Oh man, seeing dry bones in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Oh! I put the upside down block. The fake blocks need to. I don't know if they were to bring that back for Mario Kart 8 blocks. I think it would make a lot of people angry because they would crash into it a lot. But man, I feel like Mario Kart Wii is like all around great. Not sure about that. Pressure. Challenge-wise, it's pretty up there, but like all the features. Oh wow, there's a hidden. Someone just dropped a Starman, a superstar, like right underneath that. Doing all the flips. Oh, why? See, sometimes that thing would just hit you on the side rather than, wait. Oh my gosh. No, Birdo! Oh, wow. I saw Birdo coming in. Alright. I think we almost had it perfect, aside from this track. So we should probably at least get maybe 2 stars. Or I think 1 star should be somewhere around there. Yeah, Funky Kong's still pretty good. It definitely fits my playstyle for sure. Especially with this kart setup. I don't know if I chose this exact kart. I like how he has his own icon. It's just like a big grin. Sunglasses, bandana. Oh man. I liked how they made him look in the movie. There he goes. He has a different like animation than Donkey Kong though. Alright, we got rank A. Definitely better than the rank B. We brought it up a little bit. I might have to come back to it though. I'm gonna try and get like a star on each cup if I can. Forgot what it was or how we were able to unlock Rosalina, but I think that's gonna be my next go. Is to try and get the rest of these players unlocked. Let's see. Let me know if there's any specific characters you want to see, because I feel like maybe a couple characters here do not appear in 8 Deluxe. Oh, I don't know if I don't remember if Bowser Jr. was in the new one or not. He probably is, or maybe Diddy Kong. I don't know what Diddy Kong. I'll probably try this guy. He's a lightweight though. So we'll probably try Diddy Kong for a little bit. I'll go back and forth between the Kongs. He's got a red dolphin. We got a double star there. Leaf Cup, I think we could probably do Leaf Cup. Leaf Cup is a retro tracks though. Okay, let's do this. Doop 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 doop. Alright. Yeah, I think we're fine with just the Wii remote, just to indicate that we're playing the old games. DS Desert Hills. We've been featuring the Mario Kart DS, the old version. Which is the virtual console version of the Kart DS for the Wii U. Oh my gosh, turns are sharp. So this cart setup is not the same as the previous one that I chose with Monkey Kong. Turn for this bike is a lot sharper, so you gotta get used to this. Gotta readjust. Oh my gosh, this Monkey Kong. See, once you unlock some of these characters, they start to appear at the end of the races. There he is. There you go. Finally, we got an item. Close to the line. Oh, got a bullet bill. See Chode. Gosh, some turns. You're so sharp. Oh! I couldn't decide whether to go left or right. It's like an angry sun. Better drop that banana somewhere. Do a wheelie. How we can do this? Can't do that anymore in 8 bucks. Oh my gosh. Toad. Trying to knock me over. Yep. I bet you. Yeah. You do miss the wheelie. Can't do that anymore. I guess the same goes for the fake block. Can't use the fake block anymore. Moving to the new games. There we go. These sound effects. Hopefully the sound levels are okay. I feel like it might be a little loud, but we'll see. See here. Just down a little bit. Bring it down a few decibels. Yo. Oh my gosh. Come on, Thwomp. Using the nunchuck is a bit... For the most part, it's comfortable for my style of play, but I tend to use the camera a lot because I want to look back and, you know, for defensive purposes. And, you know, just to see if I can shoot back or whatnot for that moment. But it's just pressing the C button on the nunchuck for the left hand. The C button will be on the top, right on top of the Z button. So there's a Z button and a C button where the index finger of the left hand would be. And I would have to swap between the two. Sometimes I try to press both at the same time, using the same finger, and it just isn't, you know, it's difficult to do that. So unless I have like the index finger and the middle finger alternating between the two, I think one on each one, I think that way would work. But I don't know, just so used to using. Yikes! Oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna fall into lava. Like going from controller to different controller, I'm just so used to using like the index finger for all the things, for the left hand and for the right hand. And I don't know, I feel like the way they have the nunchuck set up is They could make it so that the buttons are horizontal from each other, the Z and the C, but instead, you know, that the C is vertical from the Z button, which is okay. It just takes a little bit of you know, readjusting. But I think the classic controller setup is near perfect, other than going back to it, the sticks feel a little bit weird. But I'm trying to remember, like, oh my gosh, I saw it wrong. My hands start to tire out after a while, though. Whereas, back in the day, it sounds like it's that long ago, and it has been that long ago. Like 15 years is a long time. But yeah, back when this game was new, I was still so used to using that controller. I used it all the time for multiple Wii games. Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, like, I used it a whole lot for those two games. And yeah, and also, like, you know, fighting games, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and a lot of action games that support the classic controller for the Wii Classic controller. I think GoldenEye also supported it. Also, I think GoldenEye for the Wii came packed with the Classic Controller Pro version, which had the handles. So it's the next iteration of that Classic Controller, which is the Pro version. And then I think they realigned the C and Z buttons at the top so that they're vertical rather than horizontal from each other. But yeah, it's like different options. It's just neat how they tried to design different controller methods for that system. Because there would be players where, some that were more used to the traditional style rather than using the Wii remotes and nunchucks. So it does take a bit of getting used to the do motion and whatnot. Playing this online back in the day, I would see players that had the Wii wheel, so they would use just the Wii remote only, and you get to unlock or achieve like a gold Wii wheel next to your username when you're playing against others. So if you reach a certain score level and you're using the Wii wheel, and the game would indicate whether or not what controller method you use. But I think it only shows for the Wii wheel, if I recall. If you use any other controller method, it's just be without that icon. So that was pretty neat. It just gave you a little incentive to use that method. Oh, is Toad still in the lead? Let's see if we can get him. Gosh, look how slow that shell went. Oh, I didn't get to recover that. The items seem to respawn a little slower than how it is in 8 Deluxe. Gosh, couldn't even get that. Come on. Also, this is the classic DK Jungle from the 64. And remastered, I mean. Alright, it's time for us to catch up. Come on. Oh, I saw that banana. Yeah, keep on bumping to the railings. Ooh. Can't have any big guy bump into us. Yeah. Oh my gosh, even the AI knows how to recover from that. These guys grabbing all the items, huh? Ooh, come on. Gotta get past him. Come on, Toad. Alright, this is my moment. Oh, I thought that was gonna hit me. We just gotta play it safe. Oh my gosh, imagine if that shell hit us. Probably would have been stopped for a moment. Almost happened like that Toad Factory one. Alright. Good stuff, good stuff. I think we still got one more. Next. Alright, so far so good. Do 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 do. I feel like the volume is coming out for me on the TV rather than my headphones, but it's okay. Man, didn't do that right. Yeah, this one's the GameCube. Mario Raceway, the GameCube. They nerfed the chain chomp there. It used to have more reach in the GameCube version, I think, if I recall. What? Peach got his bananas? Yeah. Good wheelie. Oh yeah, Mega Mushroom. Man, I totally forgot about the Mega Mushroom. It's only been a month since I last played this. And yeah, just like now remembering the items again. I don't normally get to use that Mega Mushroom all that often. That chain jump right there, you're anywhere near like the middle of the track, you would 100% get hit by it. Oh, trying to look back. It's a bit awkward trying to press that camera. I had to like move my finger up a little bit while holding on to the C button as I'm holding on to the item. It's my strat. And also doing the wheelie, so like there's like multiple things you can do just to up your game a little. Requires a little bit of practice, but you know, play a lot, you can get used to it. Do all sorts of things. Oh man, lost 2 items just now. Guess that's the purpose of the lightning bolt. Mini Diddy Kong. Man, they have to put Diddy Kong Racing on the N64 app for the Switch. I would love to maybe play that. Yeah. Although I feel like they could put, man, if they come up with like a DS app to play Nintendo DS games and or 3DS games, I think they could port the DS version of Diddy Kong Racing instead. That would be the more updated version. Otherwise, they could just port the old Nintendo 64 version. And then we probably won't have that mode where we can build custom tracks, which was only on the DS. All right, so I think we got first on all the tracks. I'm not sure if we get all stars though. Yeah. So Diddy Kong did make an appearance in the movie, as fans hoped to see. Diddy Kong, Dixie, Funky was there. Of course, we see Cranky in the trailers as well. Alright. Cool, we got double stars. I like seeing Funky Kong in the charts. He's hanging in there. Donkey Kong's in there as well. Alright. Well, I don't know if D-Live just like reconnected or not. Hey there, Pufferson. Welcome back in. Man, if only there's a way to integrate the Kicks chat, I would. But I don't know if there's like a browser source for Kick, so that I can integrate it on screen and stuff. That would be neat. Yeah, we're revisiting some older games for Throwback Thursday. Normally it would be Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate that I would feature on Thursdays. But yeah, I thought to maybe do like, I don't know, something Mario related. Just, you know, because the recent Mario movie that just came out. Let's go back to Funky Kong here. Funky Kong, Diddy Kong, and I don't think Dixie was playable in the Mario Kart series, if I recall. Yeah. All right. Ooh, try one of these bikes. I like the Shooting Star. Shooting Star, for the most part, is pretty good. I'm gonna try. I want to try Phantom to see how this plays. This one looks like it's got rockets on the back. And Funky Kong's icon is just great. Big grin. Alright, hey, what's a good cup? We've got A on most of these already. I could try to go back to one of the previous cups or previous speeds and maybe try to, you know, get some stars on those as well. Let's do Shell Cup, or either one of these. Maybe, ooh, this one has Coconut Mall. Could do this one, but I'm not sure about this card setup as well, so this is like testing purpose. Well, let's do Flower Cup. Take a look at how the original Coconut Mall was like. And Sonic. Part of the fact is that there's absolutely no chain chomp in the whole movie. I'm trying to think back. I know there were bullet bills for sure. Yeah, there was a bullet bill. King Boo. The Big Ba-Bomb. I think King Ba-Bomb makes an appearance. They didn't really talk. They were just in one of the scenes. There's a chain chomp right there. But yeah, I feel like, you know, they could have had a chain chomp if there wasn't one. But man, I mean, there was enough in there that, you know, that I would consider, hey, that was a good, for a first movie, that was really good. Oh, I lost all my mushrooms there. Wow, really? Finished our first lap already? Oh, look at that. Big Willy. Oh, watch out for the Goomba. But man, oh, I would love to see it again. Such a good movie. Such a fun movie. I think I'll just grab it on when it's on Blu-ray. I saw that Walmart has put out, or an image of how their collector's edition is going to look like, and it's got like a tin star case for to store the disc, which is pretty neat. Like a Starman, Superstar. That's pretty neat. I might grab that Walmart version. There's also a vinyl release. There's a physical vinyl for the soundtrack. Oh my gosh. The thing with this game, you can't block off the shells using the fake block. Or you gotta use another item, like banana or another shell. But the fake blocks don't really block the items anymore. Actually, like 20% they work 20% of the time. But they're not meant to block the items, I don't think. Like even the even like superstar racers, they would, you know, run right through it, so it doesn't really affect them. You remember, because you avidly looking for one, but no, not a single one, or Bart sound effects. Yeah. Now think about it, there wasn't. I don't think I recall one either. No image either. Yeah, it's just a bullet bill. Like that was like the big thing that was visible within, you know, the enemies, the sorts of enemies that appeared. I do like the dry bone scene with Luigi. Made me want a Luigi's Mansion movie, even if it's just like a short that they could have played. But yeah, that whole entire scene was just pretty neat. For the most part, I like how they portrayed each of the characters. They're just like how they are in the games. Um, I think possibly maybe aside from Peach. Peach, they made her more like brave. Like she's like probably one of the bravest characters there. Um, yeah, I still like how they had her. Oh, come on. I meant to go on the left, right. Oh, yeah, this is just... No. The one time I have to reverse here. Good thing it's like the first lap. Oh, got the me characters on the posters. I don't normally see the cup of coffee there. Speaking of bullet bill, right there. I don't normally get the bullet bills, but here we go. But I like how they oh my gosh, wasn't the bullet bill supposed to go through the cars? Wow, it must have just like depleted right before. And also, there's 3 cars in this one, so it's not just oh wow, I just jumped over the fake block. There's 3 cars in the original Coconut Mall, whereas the remake is just 2. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you can go over that. Wow. Holy moly. Let's go, Funky. I'm trying to think of what other scenes like stood up for me in that movie. Yeah, I like the whole like you know. Oh my gosh, there's like moments where I felt they really did well. Oh, here's the Mega Mushroom. Like you don't often see. Yeah, you can see his face. Man, I kind of miss the Mega Mushroom. Oh, of course. Oh, what happens if when you're Mega and then you get hit by the blue shell? Would still be effective. Because when you're Mega, it kind of like it's like you got the superstar. But I think the blue shell might still affect you. All right, let's see if you can catch up. We're on the last lap. Oh, just a green shell? Oh, someone just hit the car. Yeah, wheelie for the finish. Oh, I just remember the name now. It's Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. Yeah, Barrel Blast was that that Wii racing game that featured the Kong family. Yeah, Barrel Blast. Not many people got to really play that one. I don't remember if it had online or not. It probably didn't have online. Otherwise, I think more people would have played it. But yeah, it was like a pretty decent alternative to Mario Kart Wii. Another one would be Excitebots, which was the follow-up to Excite Truck. Oh, maybe I should have featured those games. Yeah, I think that would have been another nice one to feature. Maybe someday. Maybe next week. I don't know. Yeah, Excite Truck, I would love to go back to that. And Excitebots. Oh yeah, the Donkey Kong fight. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Oh my gosh. All those characters that appeared in that arena. the whole Kong jungle island area was just fantastic. I mean, they had some 80s music in there, but I guess it makes sense because you gotta attract the general audience as well, who's not just who don't really pay attention to like Mario games, but then they might be familiar with it because I think maybe some parents would have children that that are into it. But I don't know. I think they chose okay tracks. Oh my gosh, press the wrong time. they chose okay tracks, and it's nice that they were from the 80s, you know? You got some 80s classics in there. And some of the song picks, they relate to the location that they try and portray. Like Brooklyn, the Beastie Boys song, had Brooklyn in the title. You know, that's a known song, and you know, it fits well with the whole Brooklyn scene, New York City and stuff. So that was okay. They have the Aha song, the famous Aha song, when they got to the jungle, and funky with the cart. Oh yeah, this track was also in the remake. Was remade for the 8 Deluxe. Yo, donkey. We'll see what happens here. Oh boy. Gotta have an impact. Oh my gosh. Giant baby Peach. Yeah, spoilers beware. We might go into some spoilers. Or we shall. But there's a like a flashback scene where the brothers were in baby form. But I think it's just the Mario and Luigi that was shown, and the kid that picked on Luigi in that flashback scene reminded me of Lucas from The Wizard. You know, the kid that goes, "Oh yeah, I love the Power Glove. It's so bad." It reminded me of that kid, but in baby form. Oh, that was the last lap. Oh man, could have gone a little faster. But you know, he had that blonde hair. He had the sunglasses, so it reminded me of Lucas. I think his name was Lucas in The Wizard. He was just missing that Power Glove. But that would be cool if they made like a little small reference to The Wizard. But other than that, I think they did plug in a bunch of things from like the old, like most of the Mario games, mainline games, some of the spin-offs, starting from Donkey Kong, original Donkey Kong arcade, to Super Mario Brothers, to all the way to Odyssey, and you know, with the whole wedding stuff, like that was terrific. And it's good for a start. And maybe there might be some people that may have missed out on some of the Easter eggs, because there's definitely some references to each of the main lines Mario games, platformer Mario games, both 2D and 3D. And yeah, there was a Sunshine one. It was a small Sunshine one, and you had to look around in order to catch it. But there was like a sign on one of the shops. Even though that same scene, most of the general audience eyes would be focused on the right side, like towards the center right. But if you look around, I made sure to look around, because you know there's gonna be Easter eggs throughout the entire film. And for that specific scene, most of the action was like at the center right. But I looked over to the left, and I saw that on the sign, it said something about Sunshine, and the same logo you see on Super Mario Sunshine. So I think that's one of the only references to that game. I don't remember if there's anything else. I mean, there's some underwater stuff, and oh, there was that Mare, that big giant eel that appears in Super Mario 64. And at that moment, I thought like it would be like you know, when the characters got swallowed by that, I thought it'd be like Pinocchio, with the whole you know, Monstros or whatever his name is in Pinocchio, and they had to, you know, make their way out of there somehow. So that was pretty neat. Both Mario and Donkey Kong got swallowed by the Mare. trying to think back again. Oh, the carts. See, the carts in this original track for the Wario Gold Mine, it's a lot more dangerous because they don't give you enough space to maneuver past it. Man, we're on the last lap too. I didn't realize. It's okay. Just gonna casually race through this. Think of all the songs that are what came out at the same time the original Nintendo games came out. So I hadn't looked them up to see how old those songs were, but they were definitely in the 80s. I remember seeing them on MTV. But yeah, they were definitely 80s. But if they had come out around the same time as like, you know, some of the early games, like the NES games, and that's another thing too. Like they made sure to put in a lot of references to the NES era of, you know, Nintendo console in general. So you had like a whole lot of references to, you know, Ice Climbers, Punch Out, and they used the updated models for some of the Punch Out characters. So you see, Mr. Glass, or I've got his name already. They used the updated model from the 2009, whichever year it was, that came out on the Wii. So that version of Punch Out that was on the Wii, they used those designs for the images on the wall of that diner. So that was pretty neat. Punch Out. There was a little Super Nintendo stuff. There was Star Fox. There was the R-Wing. I noticed that there's a Nintendo Sports posters on the wall. By Nintendo Sports, it's like I think it was either the baseball that was on the NES, or I don't know, one of the sports, one of the Nintendo Sports on the NES. There was like I think at least two of them. I forget which sport it was, but I think it was baseball. About Throwback. But along with those posters, there was like a few other stuff on there. There was an F-Zero. I think the Blue Falcon was in that poster. So a few Super Nintendo stuff in there, but not a lot. Alright, gonna beat that time. Let me check the other speeds to see if there's any I can unlock. But let me see. Ice Climbers, I already mentioned that. Oh, what else were there? I wrote a review and posted it on both Tracked and Letterboxd. So it was more detailed on that. I would have to pull it up to see while my memory was still fresh on that. So you can check 150cc if there's any. Let's go back to Diddy Kong. Dolphin's great. Okay, so we got some A's, B's, no stars. Alright, let's do this one. This one has some of the classics. GameCube, DS, Nintendo, N64. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, yeah, the DK fight was fun. I noticed that, you know, there's some music from like the Donkey Kong. Like when he was about to, you know, he was stepping onto the, you know, to the platform, and then when he was about to fall, there was like a moment there. There was a moment there where it's the sound effect that plays when you fail in Donkey Kong, and yeah, and a lot of the music were, you know, the original game's music, but orchestrated. Some of it were not Koji Kondo. Koji Kondo would be responsible for the mainline Mario games, the platformer games. But there were some in there where, you know, that they used a DK rap upon DK's entrance. So that was Grant. Oh, block off that red shell. That was Grant Kirkhope, or how did they pronounce his name? I'll just say Grant. But they didn't even credit him in the at the end credits. I was looking at the songs during the credits, and also there's an end credits scene. So definitely you know, wait for after credits to see what that is. Um, but for the DK rap, they didn't list his name, and I was pretty surprised. Like, what? There's like no credit for that song. It's just they just showed the list, or they showed the song title, and that's about it in quotes. I mean, but I was, you know, that should be credited. I don't know why they didn't really bother to look it up or anything, since they used it in the movie. Because normally they would. Like, I don't remember the last time I've seen any song credit where they don't list the artists, you know, or for movies. So that was like the one time I see, unless it's like a, you know, piece of classical music. But even then, they would list like Beethoven or whatever, you know, if they were to use it. Like if you look at like the Dark Knight or whatever, the Batman movie, Dark Knight, like some of those classic songs, they even list the you know, the composers, the original composers and stuff. But yeah, I don't know why they blanked out on that. Because Grant should have his name on there. So along with DK rap, they have the Mario rap, the classic Mario rap from Super Show. I think that right there is like perfect. They can't do any better than that, you know. That's something for the old school fans that grew up on the show. And to have it in this first movie is top notch. You can't beat it. You can't beat that Mario rap. That's like full on nostalgia mode right there. But I love how they made that like as a commercial rather than you know, them actually, you know, the way it played out in the movie. It was great. And then it came back on again, that same commercial, towards the end, where when Mario was feeling like, you know, he was almost gonna give up. I think that was that moment where we sort of feel the character. Like I was like pretty much tearing up at that moment. It was that moment where, you know, the hero was on the brink of giving up, and you know, he just needed that ounce of courage to you know, get back up and, you know, finish the fight. So that was pretty neat. It was an emotional moment. And on the side for that moment right there, he was in that same diner as he was in the beginning of the movie. And that same TV that he looked at to see that commercial that he paid for. And on the side there's that same arcade where it's supposedly Donkey Kong, but in the movie it's Jumpman. And the quote said, "Help me, Jumpman," which is Pauline's quote from the Donkey Kong games. And Pauline does make an appearance in the TV commercial too, so like it's just for like that moment. There was like a side stepper in there as well for like a moment. But it was neat to see like Pauline in there. Sort of has that Odyssey vibe. It looked like she was a news reporter for a moment, but I think she was playing as something else. Like it almost felt like April O'Neil. But yeah, there was a person at that diner at the beginning of the movie. Well, you know for sure that it was voiced by Charles Martinet, and that was great. I knew right away from his voice. So there was a moment where in that commercial they spoke in that sort of Mario tone voice, like the typical Mario tone. That might have been done by Charles Martinet, and I'm glad that they put that in there right from the get-go, you know. And then just a moment later, you see this guy that looked like Jumpman, like the classic style with the squiggly mustache. early Jumpman design as pictured on the arcade side art of the cabinet, but in 3D CG form, and he has a voice. So, and then that voice just happened to be Charles Martinet, so that's pretty neat. I think this is the first time we ever see that character on the screen and in animated form, at least for, you know, on the big screen, and being voiced and animated, you know, fully animated, even if it's just for that moment. But yeah, that was the first time we see that character, Jumpman, the original Jumpman. I think it sort of harkens back to how I felt about the first Wreck-It Ralph film, where seeing Mr. Fix-It and Ralph together, and thinking, man, what if they could do like a, oh my gosh, look at those 2D sprites, old school 2D sprites of the 64. Like, imagine what if they could do like a Mario movie in, you know, CG animated like this Wreck-It Ralph film. And ever since then, like, man, I think that's what grew this inspiration for Nintendo to make a movie, a Mario movie, similar to Wreck-It Ralph, and they got it. Now, you know, fast forward, what, 10 years or so? Maybe a little more than 10 years. I think it's been like 13 years or something like that. Because I recall, like, both Wreck-It Ralph and Tron Legacy were somewhat around, you know, came out around the same time or something like that. So it's around like 2010, if I recall. I remember being huge fans of both those films. You know, also being like a fan of the original Tron as well, before Legacy came out. And yeah, I think that's probably a major inspiration to sparking, you know, the idea of like a Mario movie for Nintendo. Because if Nintendo's not going to make one, then I guess, you know, Walt Disney would make their own original IP, and that just turned out to be Wreck-It Ralph. Oh my gosh, I've never been flattened and then also getting struck by the item. Oh boy. Oh, here, just cut through here. Oh. Oh my gosh, blue shell, let's go. The thing is that with the blue shell in this game, it's a bit more harmful and more effective than 8 Deluxe. Because even at the slightest, if you're at the within the radius of that blast, you still get affected just like the target of that blue shell. Whereas in the newer games, 8 Deluxe, oh my gosh, here it comes. Speaking of which, oh, what if I just crash into the piranhas here? I wonder if the animation would be affected. But yeah, I think it turned out just fine. I think with Wreck-It Ralph, there's I still have an emotional attachment to that film. Like the whole character of Ralph, going from, you know, he's, you know, everyone views him as like a villain for this game, and then at the end he becomes the hero. So it's the same process, you know, for the main character to you know, become triumphant at the end, where the people need him to be strong, you know. So it was at that moment, you know, when towards the end of that Mario movie, where he got up and then you know, defeated Bowser along with Luigi. Man, Luigi came in at the right time, you know. So they fought him together as brothers, so that was pretty neat. And that's a good thing to focus for that movie, that Mario movie, is the two brothers, and it's not just Mario, you know. Even though it's Mario in the title, but it's always been about the brothers. The brothers, the brothers, the brothers, you know? So it's good that they kept that as a focus and not just like, you know, Mario all the way. And this because there's other main characters in that universe. You know, there's Donkey Kong stuff, the whole Kong family. So some of those were introduced. And of course the princess as well. Even though they only show like one of the princesses, so it's just Peach at the moment. Yeah, can't say more because I feel like they could save more characters for the second film if they were to do another one. I mean, but yeah, they could have Daisy in the next one. They could have Rosalina in the next one. Yeah, I mean, because there's like so many ways, so many different directions they could go after you know, what's shown so far in this first film. We could probably see Mario, Waluigi in the next one. Maybe some more Funky Kong. Maybe even, you know, Diddy and Dixie. Because there's been rumors that they could be a Donkey Kong movie. Possibly based on, you know, the Country series or the Country story. So yeah, we'll see. We'll probably see like all these Kongs. But yeah, no Birdo, I don't think that appeared in the movie. I think there was a Toadette at some point. There was I think there was a Toadette in one of the posters. And oh, there was definitely Dry Bones. I like how they showed like one of the Koopa Troopers got burnt, and then you know it's how he became the Dry Bones. And then also the blue shell. The blue shell was pretty cool. All right, let's go back to Funky. Let me try this card here, Honeycoop. This might be a little weird to try this cup or try this card. I mean, all right, Ace. Let's try this one. This one's the one with a Maple Tree Way. Did I join on this spoiler? Yes, you probably did. I made sure to type spoilers in the alert. I don't know if people caught it. I feel like I should have added the tag. But sorry for that. I didn't intend to talk much about it, but like since people are suggesting it, I couldn't stop myself. But yeah, for this probably the rest of this month, I'll be talking about that movie. At least what I remember from it. Oh my gosh, this card is not great. Oh my gosh, look how slow it turns. I mean, it's okay. I think you got to do an early turn though. But yeah, bud, I really like that movie. Even though critics, like early reviews, you know, think it's like mediocre. But that's just like, you know, critics. That's like Rotten Tomato critics. They don't know any better. If you look comparison to like, I don't know what's another movie. They would rate like something that's not an animated film. They would rate it like a little higher because, you know, it's not an animated film. Because I don't really pay attention much to Rotten Tomatoes. I don't really care about Rotten Tomatoes. I'm more about like the actual user experience. People that actually went, like the common public that goes to see these movies. But it's normally just myself, because I like what I like, you know. And especially just going by the genre, you know. I know what to expect. I've seen the trailers. If it looked interesting, I'm in there, you know. If it falls into a category that I like, you know. Let's do this big jump. But there's definitely a lot of like fan service, and in terms of fan service, I don't mean anything lewd, but like fan service as if, you know, as in they please the fans of the series by throwing in all these Easter eggs. But you know, It's a family film, and it works, for PG and general audience in general. Oh my gosh, this is already the last slap. Yeah, this cart is not. I think I like the other cart setup better. This one's okay. This one's nice for aesthetics, but like the usability is not that it's not as sharp. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of Easter eggs in there. You gotta be like a really sharp like old school Nintendo fan to notice a lot of things. There's also Discun towards the end. So Discun is the old mascot for the Famicom disk system. So it was like cartridge based. It was kind of like a floppy disk for the Famicom system, and it was only released in Japan. Never came out in the U.S. But the name of that was on one of the shops. I recognized it, and yeah, it was neat that they showed it for a little longer than I thought they would. Because I noticed that when they first panned the camera to that part, as Bowser was stepping out, and stepping onto to the street. So I noticed that sign. And there's also a spade. There's a Nintendo spade. So this is for like hardcore fans of Nintendo would know what the spade represents, which is the playing cards. So there was that on one of the buildings. It's kind of hard to miss because your eyes are. I think the general audience eyes would be focused on the fight. But on one of the buildings, it showed it for a moment. I think it showed less time than the Discun. The Discun is more noticeable because it's a text. It's a piece of text, whereas the spade is just like an image on one of the buildings. But it was like in the far background. But I caught that and I knew right away. But yeah, that popped up in there. And yeah, there's some smaller stuff in the beginning. Like throughout the entire film, there's like some small stuff. Oh, speaking of small, Peach was like commenting Mario, but you're so small. And she said it twice too. She didn't just say it once. You're so small. Oh, there's that Eeyore there, that Mare underwater there. I just noticed. Yeah, they got swallowed by that. It's a big giant Mare. Or what's it called? Oh my gosh, man, that was so weird. Got stuck on the side there. I heard the bump. But yeah, I loved it. It came out alright. And they paid tribute to a lot of things. Charles Martinet was in there, so that part, as long as they got Charles Martinet in there, I'm happy. And the roles that they have for him, just fine. It worked out just fine. So I'm glad. I know there's a bunch of people that were complaining when they didn't see Charles Martinet get casted when they announced the cast. Oh my gosh, what ended up being 11th place. But I always say, like, just give the people that's working on it time to reevaluate. And sure enough, like, as the days got closer to the release of the film, I noticed that Charles Martinet was in the credits while looking through the IMDb page. And yeah, I don't think they ever list like who he's gonna voice until we got like within the week of the film's release. But I looked at the IMDb page like months before, and I know that he was gonna be in there, but didn't know who he's gonna voice until, you know, we got closer. But a couple days before the Thursday or the Wednesday that the film was out. But yeah, I mean, always give it time. You can't just like, you know, say this film's gonna be. You can't just say this film's gonna bomb, you know, because they're still working on it. It's not out yet. And this was back like last year. People were like complaining about, you know, not having Charles Martinet in there. So now seeing the film, you know, like there shouldn't be any complaint because he's in there. Not only did he voice one character, he voiced like two or even three characters. I'm pretty sure he did at least two. There was that guy in the diner playing Jumpman. Then of course his father. So we get to see some of the Mario family as they're having dinner, and it's like the first time we see them, because other than that we hear about them in the Super Show, like for folks who had grown up with the Super Show, Captain Lou, the old the old live action / animation, and during the live action segments we get to hear about Mario's mom, Mario and Luigi's mom. Mama. I think they call him Mama. As she's calling them on the phone or something like that. I only vaguely remember it, but it's been like, you know, a long time since I've seen those episodes. I do have it on DVD though. But yeah, they do have a mom, and I forgot whether or not she was in the movie. I remember seeing a lot of the uncles, maybe the aunts. And of course Giuseppe, who's the father. I don't remember if the mother was at the table or not. I think that the grandpa was there too. There was definitely an old man there too, at the table. We would have to like sift through the credits to see who the rest of those characters were. Oh my gosh, this card setup is just not the greatest right now. Oh, Wigglers. I love the Wigglers, but man. If we could play as the Wiggler again, like in the 3DS game, that'd be great. I'd love to play as the Wiggler again. And also the Queen Bee. They should definitely bring Queen Bee back for the next wave or something. Yeah, I'd love to replay the 3DS, Mario Kart 7. Still have the original cartridge. But it will be tough to broadcast it. Oh man, sick place. Yeah, don't look at Rotten Tomatoes either. Just go into the IMDb to get the average gauge to movie shows. Yeah, that's what I usually use. It's either IMDb or Tracked. Tracked is another one that shows like percentage of the community that watches the movies and shows. The thing with IMDb, or I guess Tracked versus Letterboxd. Letterboxd is another one too that I used to track all the things I watch. But like they have, I don't remember if they have a rating. I don't really use it. I don't really use Letterboxd to look at ratings or anything. But that would be like an alternate place where I post my, other than tracking, I would sometimes post the reviews or comments about whatever the movie or show, but they don't support all shows. It's Tracked that has the movies, both movies and the shows. And Letterboxd, they just mostly focus on the movies. And you search up like Stranger Things. I think they have some popular shows, but not all the shows. So like if I put like Super Mario Bros. Super Show, they don't have that because it's a TV series. But they would list the 1993 Mario movie, the Japanese 1986 animated Mario movie, and also the 2023, the current movie. and that's about it. So they would disregard the Super Show. But maybe they added by now, I don't know. But you know, that's a TV series. So which is why I tend to go back to using Tracked, because Tracked would have it. That's the only major difference. And then the reason why people use Letterboxd is because celebrities and people in the industry use this Letterboxd. The only thing is just I wish that they would support shows, TV shows. Other than that, I think they're okay. And also, if there was a way to use spoiler tags when writing, like, you know, comments or reviews and stuff, there is a checkbox to indicate whether, you know, what you're writing is going to be a spoiler, but it hides the entire writing, and any readers would have to click to view that spoiler, to view that entire comment. Whereas on Tracked, you can separate, you can have the whole entire comment in view, but spoilerize certain words and terms, you know, to whichever words you want to tag, and it blurs out those texts, just like how you do in Discord. But I feel like, and this was a feature that was added even before Discord. Oh my gosh, Ponto, between there. So when I saw that Discord added that feature for spoiler tags, like, it was just like how they have for Track, because no other site had that sort of you know, sort of feature where you can you know, spoilerize text like that, in that way. So I was like, yeah, they must have borrowed the idea from Track. Ooh, free mushroom. Oh my god, just barely made it. Come on, give me something good. It's mushrooms. Which way am I going? Alright. Yeah, we're good. I'll take second. Man, sometimes you just gotta be really lucky. Yeah, good thing we got mushrooms that time. Very RNG. Alright. I think that's the end of this cup. Wow, not even placed. I think I was in 4th. Oh. Well, at least we get to see, like, how this would look like. We don't often get to see this view, though. Rank E. Yikes. Just right after Diddy Kong. Alright. Just gonna change it up again. But yeah. Overall, I enjoyed it. Can't wait to pick it up on Blu-ray. I'll definitely watch. See, I hope that they add a whole bunch of extras on that Blu-ray. I haven't taken a look at the details yet, but man, if they would add like all the you know, behind the scenes and interviews and stuff, I'd love to check out the extras. Because I noticed that. So from the initial trailer, there was that one line that Mario says, you know, voiced by Chris Pratt. Where he says, Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. You know, they took that out. They took that scene out in the movie. So, I don't know if other people noticed that, but they took that line out, that whole complete line. So the only person in the movie that says, you know, the right phrase, here we go, you know, Peach. I think Peach was noticeable in saying that. Because right after they got their carts, that's when she said it. And then off they go on the Rainbow Road. I don't remember if there were any other characters that said it. I may have missed it. But yeah, that was the one time that you know, that phrase was said in that movie that I noticed. But yeah, Peach said it. Peach with her biker suit. So that was pretty neat. You know, actually, let's play Peach. Let's get a biker in there. The bike that she used, I think was, I don't know, I feel like it was more similar to this. It looked a little more like this, except I think it was more more stylish looking. It was more similar to like the one that's shown in 8 and 8 Deluxe. So, yeah. It was kind of like a blend between this one and this one. But man, they made her look good. They made Peach look good in that movie. All right, let's go with the dolphin. I like the dolphin. And they're both ladder. We're talking about the Mario movie, by the way, so spoilers abound. I meant to type that out in the title and tags, but I didn't get to do that. Yesterday I did. I think yesterday I typed it out, but we only like scratched the surface yesterday. But surely I'll probably be talking about it throughout the rest of the month, I think. But I'll try not to overdo it though. But we'll see. Let me see. We got some A's. I think 150cc is all set. Would maybe try to star these. Try to get at least star in each of these. Then also Mirror Cup is another one. But maybe we can go back and see if we can get Mirror Cup again. Or Mirror Mode, I mean.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know about Peach. Like there was something. In a way, I like that they made her brave and really skillful, and she knows how to fight. Like they didn't really show much of Peach, like how she learned how to do all this. But then when you think about it, like none of the Toads knew how to fight. So when they mentioned that that Toad or Princess Toadstool, they didn't mention that either. They just they just call her Peach, and it as if she was there as she was a baby. She's also human, but somehow she ended up in the Mushroom Kingdom and was raised by the Toads. And I don't think they mentioned like Princess Toadstool, because that would be her original name. But also looks like OBS just disconnected, so hopefully it reconnects on its own. Sorry about that. I might have some connection issues. But yeah, it was weird. I mean, we get a little backstory, but like not a lot for Peach. So who knows? I feel like they made her that way so that maybe sometime down the road there would be a possibility of having a princess movie or something that's focused on not only Peach but like all the princesses, together. Because I think that is the trend nowadays, is to have like like you look at stuff like Wonder Woman, like Wonder Woman 84, the original Wonder Woman movie that recently came out for DC, and it seemed to do well for DC side, like nowadays. And they're trying to come up with like sequels where it would try to segue some of the other heroes in, but still focusing on Wonder Woman. So they could possibly do something like that for like a future, Mushroom Princesses or something like that. So you'd have Peach, you'd have Daisy, you'd have Rosalina. I'd be down for that. Toadette, throws Toadette in there, maybe Birdo. I don't know. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I don't know. It's like a possibility. They don't have to go that route, but I don't know. I feel like it would be something nice for for the fans, for the extended fandom. Alright, looks like it's back to this cup. Probably should have chosen a different cup, but it's okay. We'll get through this. But yeah, I think like a Donkey Kong movie would be fine. Luigi's Mansion, that's another possibility. I don't know if they could do much. I mean, like within the Luigi's Mansion realm. Yeah. think like how could they turn it into like an interesting movie? You know, I feel like if it extends too much, if there's too many sequels and spin-offs and stuff, it would turn out like I don't know. I'm trying to think of another example that does that sort of thing, where it doesn't really relate to the first movie. It's like totally different from the first movie if they go that route. So it's not focused on the brothers anymore, you know, if they were to go that route. But I think, I don't know, they could focus on like different islands. Oh, I don't know why the trick didn't come out that time. Different islands like the Kong or Jungle Island, where we would see you know, more of the Kong stuff. Like that would be fine. Oh, yeah, like I mentioned right there, if you're anywhere within the circumference of the blast of the blue shell, you might as well, you know, be the first person in line, right? And also right there, the chain shot is like so ruthless in this. It's got more reach than it does in the later games. Oh, baby Luigi here. Oh, I feel like I should have paid more attention. That's okay. I think at this point it was just like casually playing. And also ranting about the new movie. But yeah, overall, I think Peach is fine with how they portrayed her. Cause seeing like games like I feel like she would like, and thinking back at the movie, it's like it was just fine, you know. And I kind of expect that. I expected that she was gonna fight Bowser, you know. Oh my gosh, that wedding scene. Oh man, like she was kicking butt. And I wanted to see that too. I wanted to see that, but I kind of miss like the old Peach, where she's like more in the castle, you know, within the castle. But it seems like in this portrayal, she was like more out there, you know. She was more fighting alongside, you know, defending Mushroom Kingdom, and that's good, because who else is there to defend Mushroom Kingdom other than Peach? And you know, now that Mario's in, I guess he could help too. And it being the princess, and being in that in those shoes of, like, you know, the royal, it's their duty to not alarm. I'm not sure about the terms for, like, you know, medieval terms, but like her townspeople, which is the, you know, the toads. It's best to not alarm them when there's like trouble and stuff. Like, she's trying her best to keep the toads calm when there's, you know, when Bowser has arrived, wrecking havoc and stuff. But yeah, it's reassuring that she has to, you know, protect the kingdom. Oh my gosh, that was gonna slip out there. So she chose her words carefully when she was speaking to the toads as they were cheering her on. But oh, there was some dialogue that I don't know. It's a bit funny in a way. Like, half of it is funny, but like, you know. But then, you know, it could be taken another way. But overall, it's fine. I like how they displayed her. But then again, you know, like I kind of wanted to see more of that princess side, where you know she has to be nice and stuff. But then at the same time, you know, I guess because Bowser was, you know, in the process of, you know, trying to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom, she has to resort to her combat side, you know, her badass side. So you know, I guess we got to see more of that side of her rather than the princess side, the sweet princess side. But yeah, I guess it is to be expected. But I guess if they were to make a second movie, maybe we'll see that side, that nicer princess side. We'll have a tea party, birthday cake, and Peach would invite Mario through a letter. as he's working plumbing in Brooklyn, he'll get a letter invitation. Peach baking a cake, invite the brothers to Mushroom Kingdom again. That's how they're gonna open up the next movie. So it's gonna be like Super Mario 64. Kind of want to see that. They can put that on the big screen. That'll be great. That'll be a nice little reference to the games. And I guess the shows too. Super Show also have that sort of thing. Ba 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 ba. Man, Peach look a little bit different in this one than she does in the 8 Deluxe. We gotta get a Mega Mushroom to see a bigger version. Oh, cutting through the snow. Whoa! Oh! Wasn't far enough to grab an item. There you go. Another one? That be Luigi? I like how he's riding the duck. Bananas. Oh my gosh. If it's not for the power block, we get shocked by the lightning. Oh, single banana. Huh. I like how that Rainbow Road scene. They had bananas, they had a shell. Forgot what else there was. So that's the way to do it right there. And the origin of the blue shell, or the blue spiny shell, that was pretty cool. It was a big moment. And then, like, when the characters fell into the water underneath, it made me want, you know, either one of the aquatic levels to take place. And I kind of wanted the oh, what's that underwater one in Donkey Kong Country? You know, because we didn't get to hear like the Koji Kondo dun 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 dun, you know, like that. We didn't get that, you know, the underwater music. And there was like I think there was a couple moments where the characters got submerged, but it didn't really last that long. But I kind of wanted that. I kind of wanted, you know, that underwater scene. But who knows? Maybe they'll save it for the second film, if they would make it. Oh. Oh, big Kart trying to knock us off. Yeah, that's a raw, and that's a Wario right there. Oh, gosh, see? If they were to add the fake blocks to 8 Deluxe, it would be a lot more chaotic. I think that's the... It'll probably make a lot of people angry. I think with the feedback from Mario Kart Wii, maybe oh, see that those carts are no joke right there. They'll just like cut you off. No room to maneuver. Yeah, the online for 8 Deluxe is just a little less chaotic. I mean, it's still chaotic, but it's not as chaotic as the older games. They sort of nerfed it in the newer games. Oh, falling off already? Oh man, I'm not sure if I should go into that cave. Oh. Do. Man, this map was really cool. Back when this game was new. It was just neat to see like a new Wario stage. Cause I was a big fan of the oh, is that a red shell? I was a big fan of the Wario Stadium back on the 64. And then onto Colosseum in Double Dash. Then once we get into the Wii, there's this gold mine, just a new Wario stage. Like each new Wario stage for the Mario Kart games were always exciting to see. Dun, 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 dun. But I guess now that with Waluigi, I tried to maneuver towards that banana, but oof, right at the line too.
No.
Oh, blue shell. I don't think my character was in first there. For some reason, it still hit me. Alright, I think that was like the one course that we did not get first in. Oh wow, that was the last one. Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 ba. Rank A. Alright. Let's get on with the next one. See what we can do next. Yeah, let's go mirror mode. See who else can I try? Try to do Birdo. I do like the dolphin. I like the blooper. Oh yeah, the bloopers did pop up in the movie. A couple bloopers. I like how they were designed. Like they were a little bit translucent. Like they look almost like rubbery. And I don't ever see them like that, looking like that before. At least like an updated version like that. But how they display them in the movie was pretty neat. Even though they got swallowed by the Mare. Alright, all these are A's. Yeah, let's try some of the bigger tracks. I'm not sure if this is gonna work out. Let's go to this one here, Retro. I don't know if I can get a star, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh, King Boo. Oh, excuse us, Bowser. Yeah, I think Bowser probably had the best, probably one of the best best roles casted, along with Jack Black. Jack Black as Bowser was pretty much like spot on. Like it brought Bowser alive. Normally, like we don't normally see how. I guess the Super Show would be the one place we would see him speak, like English and stuff. Whereas the games is just like, you know, just roaring, and then you have like text. If it comes to like, you know, the Mario Luigi games or the RPG Paper Mario stuff, like he would have text. First dialogue, no voice acting as much, other than the roars, and that's about it. And the only other time was during the Super Show, the old animated show, and some of the later animated iterations. I think the Japanese one, I think he also had a vocal. You know, just a general deep voice for Bowser, King Koopa. Oh, come on. Where can we go? Come on. Oh, almost hit that shell. Well, on the last step too. I don't know if you can get back up from this. Give us something good. Oh, the sound of that pipe. Did I not get that item? Nope, we didn't get it. Yeah, 5th place. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. It's hard to come back from that. From 12th, back to 5th. And he had his own song too. Like, he was probably the most musical out of all the characters. He had his own song that he wrote about Peach. And it was his love song dedicated to Peach. It was funny though. I saw an article where it said Jack Black almost, like he was a little bit wary on performing that song. But I'm glad that they put it in, because it showed more personality. It showed more, you know, more of that side of Bowser that we don't often see. The soft side, you know. I feel like Bowser fans would appreciate that, because we don't often get that, even in like, you know, some of the spin-off games like Mario Luigi stories and Paper Mario and stuff. And he's usually displayed as like the villain and stuff, but I think people start to see, like, you know, that there's a soft side to Bowser. There's that character dynamic between between Bowser and the Kamek, the Magic Koopa. Oh man, I always love like seeing Magic Koopa, even in Mario Kart. Ever since I think probably the most like known display of Magic Koopa was probably in Super Mario World. I think for me, because he would be like a boss fight, or like a mid-boss that you had to face more than once. So because he has that wand, and then you know, it's like a cool special effect that, you know, that he shoots out. And then when I saw that he appeared in Mario Kart R, which was like a prototype build of Mario Kart 64 that was about to release, and there was like the screenshot, the old screenshot of Mario Kart R, and Kamek, the Magic Koopa, was a playable character. And when I saw that, I was like, what? I couldn't wait. And then after all this, you know, like years later, when the game was finally out, you don't get to see or play as Kamek. So it was like, I think from then on, he gained that legendary status. I think for me, personally, he gained that legendary status, and to this day, I still want to be able to play as Kamek in the Mario Kart game, and we just never get a chance. The only indication of a Kamek is in this game, Mario Kart Wii, where you can unlock a Magic Koopa broom. And I don't know if I have it unlocked yet, but like I'll have to sift through each of the classes, some of the characters, to see if I've got that unlocked in this yet. I know I have it unlocked in the Wii, or my original Wii system, my original save file. But since this is a brand new save file, playing through the Wii U, gotta unlock everything from start again. But I think we should be able to unlock them once we get like all the stars or something like that. But that would be like a speedster bike. So it's a bike form that you can choose, and I think it's either the lightweight or the medium weight that could select it. But yeah, that's like the only representation of Magic Koopa in this. Yeah, I was thinking to either hop on Double Dash. Like that was another title that I was contemplating. I couldn't decide, which game to hop on today. But yeah, this course here is Double Dash. Double Dash course. And I was thinking maybe I should do Double Dash. But yeah, I think the Wii version is fine too, since it covers that and some of the older games. 64, Mario Kart 64 was another one that I was thinking about returning to. But then I would have to decide between the original cartridge on this N64 system or the Switch version through the N64 app. But this one's fine. Oh my gosh. But even just a tiny bit, you step into that circle and you spin around. I don't know why I was pressing the minus button. I think the minus button is supposed to like pause the game or something. Either plus or minus. Either that or maybe the home button does that. Home button just like, suspends the game completely. It asks whether you want to return back to home and reset the game. Oh boy. A little bit of Birdo. Yeah, I see that they included Birdo in the new game, and you have all these sorts of colors to select. Similar to Yoshi, Birdo. I think they're both medium weights, if I recall. Yeah, she has a whole variety of colors to select from, just like Yoshi in the new game. Those mountains and clouds have faces. I think Donkey Kong's portrayal is just fine. Like, I definitely see him as like a, the ape-like and, sort of like a show-off sort of guy. And then, he was like, check out these pecs. Everyone's here for the pecs. But in a similar way, character-wise, it's just like Mario. They both have like that father issue, trying to prove something to their fathers. And yeah, I think it's good that they portrayed that for both those characters, because they both appeared in the same game since the very beginning with the Donkey Kong game arcade. So it's best that they keep those two together. But then, when you think about it, this Donkey Kong is supposed to be... Hold on. After this. This iteration of Donkey Kong is not the original Donkey Kong. If you know what I mean. He's supposed to be like like son of the arcade Donkey Kong, if you know what I mean. But I don't know if they clearly state that in some way. But but it is known that the current Donkey Kong, like for this game, for all the modern games, that this current Donkey Kong is different Donkey Kong than the one that's in the arcade game. Oh my gosh. So I don't know how they're gonna do like Donkey Kong Jr. Okay, Donkey Kong Jr. Or the spin-off movie if they were ever to do one, because I think they'll just base it off of the country series. Oh my God, it's the shell. Yeah, they'll just probably base it off the country series, and that would be fine. That's my shrooms. But it's funny because they had the TV series back in the day, because that was based on like it goes along the line with the country games. Oh, almost got crushed. Thwomped. Oh, what was the term that they used? Oh, it was Luigi, right? Luigi and the dry bones when he was being chased. Luigi was like, "You've been Luigi'd." I thought that was an okay line. Like, we don't really see or hear them say that in the games. But I guess it just felt like a typical, way to go about saying things in like family-oriented films like that, and or shows. I guess it shows the times, because that's very a common thing nowadays. I think if this movie was made in like the early 2000s, what's the term that they used back then? Oh my gosh. It's a good thing that didn't use like "get wrecked," That is like a trolley term. And it's of it's it is of this day. Get wrecked. I think it's still pretty commonly used. But oh, what was the other one that they used back in the early 2000s? I forgot what it was now. I don't really hear it too often anymore. Pwned. Yeah, pwned. Imagine if they used that term. You've been pwned. Oh, that is showing the times. See? So I guess it makes sense that they use "you've been Luigi'd," whatever. At the same time, it's a bit cheesy in a way, but like, I guess I don't know how it would be like fast forwarding another 20 years and hearing that again. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was that far behind. But yeah, good thing it wasn't like pwned or wrecked or something, because I don't think people would use those terms 20 years from now. It shows the times. Yeah. Oh, the Mario lore. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot in within the Mario universe, and not just counting the Mario Mushroom Kingdom stuff, but like also the Donkey Kong stuff surrounding the Mario universe. And beyond that, because we got to step into like we haven't stepped into like the space stuff yet, which is the Mario Galaxy. So Rosalina, the Luma, oh my gosh, the Luma in the movie, the Luma, one of the best characters. One of the best characters, the Luma. I love it. It's so cute. Oh man, it made me want to play like Super Mario Galaxy again. Someday though, someday I'll go back to it. The Luma though. It wasn't a major character, but it was just like that side character that that's just, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's hard to describe it. It's both cute, but then like the dialogue that they set for that character. Oh my gosh, look at that me character. It looks so weird. Uh, the tone at which they portrayed that Luma, it's so great. It's so lovable. And it's not any Luma that appeared in the games. It's a totally new Luma. But you can see it in a trailer, like one of the, I think the second trailer that it appears in. I think they set that trailer for like a Nintendo Direct, so you can probably look it up and see it. It's a blue Luma. But the main Luma that was in the game, or at least the first Galaxy game, was just a regular, like, yellow one. There was also a big Luma as well that you gotta feed in the Galaxy game. I'd love to go back and replay that, both 1 and 2. But oh, that's my Mii character. There's I mean, they didn't get to show Rosalina. I would love to see how they tell that story with Rosalina, and we don't know if we're gonna see that in the next movie or not. I think they'll be busy introducing like Daisy and the Wario and Waluigi and stuff, and you know, the rest of the characters. Maybe Toadette, because we see Toadette in the poster, so we could see Toadette in the next movie. But who knows? I feel like the more we step into the sequels, it's gonna start to feel like a TV show, like how Sonic has, you know, Sonic Boom, the TV show and stuff. It starts to feel, I don't know, like this film was made for family, but like it's a first big movie, like a first reboot. Yeah, I feel like it's more of a reboot because there's been past movies before, and you know, fast forward 30 years after the '93. There's some that's not. There's like a small reference to it, you know, just the fact that it took place in Brooklyn in the new movie, just like the 1993. I just like this credits play. But they didn't really borrow too much from that '93, so there's not a lot to go by. Most of the influence were from the games, especially like the NES era. There's a lot of that, and it goes from like Donkey Kong straight up to Odyssey, and that's great. It's great that they just focus on that. A little bit of Mario Kart in there, modern Mario Kart. Oh man, they really brought it. But yeah, they covered most of the important stuff, at least to start out with. Not all the characters are there, and that's fine. And this is a good start, or restart, in this, what they're trying to do, like a cinematic universe, if they go in that route. This is a great start for that. So, yeah, I've got nothing else to say, but just looking forward to that next film, if they were to do one. But yeah, I don't know, they shouldn't skim out on the sequels, because it will start to feel like it should be like a TV series, you know. So if they spread too much, it will start to feel less important, you know. Oh, there's Rosalina in the background. I still gotta unlock her in this game, in the save file. I mean, we got Birdo, we got Funky Kong. Oh, Dry Bowser's another one. I gotta get him. So Dry Bowser, I think we got King Boo already. I don't think I've used him all that much. So who is the third character? Is it Toadette? Yeah, Toadette's in there. So Toadette, Dry Bowser, and Rosalina. I think those are the three. Alright. To save the image to the message board. Alright, I might just do maybe one more cup or something. There's Bowser. Oh my gosh. Man, seeing all these characters is just like... I think it's good that they kept it just, just those main characters to start off with, because they would have to fit a whole lot in. in that one single movie, you know? So it's good to like spread out a little, you know, save room for the second movie. Because I think the pacing for this first movie was like really, it's pretty speedy, you know, it's pretty speedy. There were moments where I feel like they could slow down a little bit because we were starting to feel some of the dialogue, and kind of wish to hear more of it. But I think for the most part it's fine because there's a lot to take in, and they packed a whole lot in that one movie, and it makes sense. I guess for the general audience, we don't want the younger audience, especially for the younger crowd, we don't want them to be bored with the movie. So I think the slow parts, because nowadays, like, there's a lot of kids that watch YouTube and they have like a short attention span. So they watch a lot of like the YouTube shorts and TikTok. So when they watch this movie and they like seeing the Mario stuff, you don't want that younger audience to be bored, you know? So I think having it at a fast pacing is a good thing for the movie. But then it also works for like people who are you know, common movie watchers, you know? It's just the right pacing. But for me, I kind of want to see more of that slow down a little, just a tiny bit, so you can feel more of the characters. But I guess we know Mario already, and just to have him reintroduced for this one movie is fine. And then maybe they can slow it down a little bit for the second movie. So who knows? But then at the same time, that second movie is going to introduce more characters. So I think Nintendo fans know what to expect. And I don't know, they could do like a 1 and 2 big punches. And I don't know, we might get another hit on that second movie. So right now, I think the movie's doing fine. Even though the critics say it's like, it's not that great, but as long as the fans love it, I think it should be off to a good start. But yeah, let's do one more cup. I think we should probably end up with a Mario. With a Mario. Double stars, we got A's. Yeah, we probably do this special cup here. Oh, that Rainbow Road, man. The music that they used for the movie when the Rainbow Road appeared, I think it might have been the GameCube one, either the GameCube or the Wii one. I gotta hear the Wii version. But oh my gosh, hearing it orchestrated was just so good. Brian Tyler partnering with Koji Kondo. I mean, they did really well. And that's great though. I mean, like they have the original composer to as the consultant. I think without them, like we probably wouldn't hear it. Although now thinking back to the '93, not much of like the original Mario music was in that movie, other than like the first intro, where they start to show the title. Oh my gosh. They start to show the title, the title card. And we hear that 8-bit music from Super Mario Brothers in this sort of like reverb effect. That part gave me chills, like as a kid. Like, wow, we're actually watching a live-action Mario movie, big budget, So that was the '93 movie for me. And seeing that Dino intro and hearing that Brooklyn accent, it must have been what's his name? I'm trying to remember his name now. That played the Mario. I don't know if it was his voice or a different person as the narrator. But there's actually an extended version. I think it was like the old copy on the VHS that showed an extended version of that the dinosaur scene at the beginning of that '93 movie. And it's kind of hard to find now. You have to look online to see that full extended director's. I don't know what they call it. I don't know if it's director's cut or what, but there's an extended version of that intro. And I thought I was imagining it, but I do recall that being a thing. And it turns out like the DVD release or whichever later release did not have that. They cut it short. And when I revisited it, I was like, what? I thought that was like a longer scene of this. And it could have been like the TV cut, because sometimes the TV cut would be a lot different from like the actual final release or official release, like later release. Gosh, I had a Mega Mushroom, I didn't get to use it. I think the Mega Mushroom also is invincible to the lightning, if I recall. Let's look at Shelty there. Oh my gosh. Sorry, H. Oh, Bowser right there. But yeah, there's an extended of the that dino little animation at the start of that film. Like you see the dinosaur eating the grass or whatever, and then the comet comes in, kills the dinosaurs, and somehow merges with New York City. Then you get the modern day. That movie was okay. Yeah, there's a lot of hate surrounding that, you know, because it wasn't exactly what we expected. And even as a kid, I thought it was like, wow, you know, this is totally different from what we know of the games. But it's just still fun to see like the costumes and the characters come to life, even though it's like just very different. But now, you know, fast forward like, you know, 30 years, we get to see, you know, the true vision that Miyamoto wanted. Oh my gosh, getting crushed. Oh, this course is pretty well. A lot of traffic. Way more traffic than the Toad's Turnpike on a 64. I still remember the little Bob-omb. The little Bob-omb in the 93. And also the mushrooms. Like, you gotta trust the fungus, like Luigi says. Liquid-Zamo with the fungus. Like the entire time. Oh my gosh, I just noticed the license plate said POW on it. Oh man. I would love to see more of those items. More of those lesser seen items in the next movie. I think about the pipe in the 93 where they slide using the mattress. That was just so weird. And you think, like as a kid, like you think like, wow, is this how it really works? For the games, like you always wonder like what goes on in that pipe, you know? And now we know for sure. Oh. Oh my gosh, yeah, this course is like, it's really busy and it's like, can't really do wheelies all that much. Man, there's a path that I would take a lot to get all the boosts. Oh no! Oh my gosh, we almost hit that truck. Like how the Mii characters was like right out the gate there. Yeah, there we go. Wait, he does say I'm a win. I win. Oh my gosh, getting flattened. The wheels are like, I like how the wheels are also flattened, but like you see it like flop side to side. It's funny. Cricket's saying what they paid. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's just, I feel like it's a different crowd nowadays. I don't really. And again, like Rotten Tomatoes is just like, I don't really pay attention to them. Like sometimes we see their tag, their stickers on the Blu-ray releases, and it's like, why is this on here? I don't get how like Rotten Tomatoes is like highlighted, but like not IMDb. You know, I always look at IMDb. That's like the go-to spot. If anything, they should have IMDb on that sticker and not Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know. Maybe the companies have some sort of like partnership with Rotten Tomatoes to have it on the Blu-ray list or something. For some of those movies, and those are some like mainstream movies too. But yeah, it's just an example. Like sometimes those releases would have them. Oh my gosh. Oh, I saw the fire. Still winning though. I saw an article that said John Leguizamo. He said when asked whether or not he's gonna see the movie, he's like, "Hell no." He's like, "Hell no." Most because didn't have any Latinos in there for the cast. Which I see it from his point of view, but you know, I don't know. But when you think about it, the Mario characters are Italian. Oh, well, at least you know the brothers and the Mario family. They're you know an Italian family. But I don't know. They could have. I don't know who they could cast. It doesn't have to be like stereotypical or anything, but like they have oh, what's his name? The comedian. Casted as Toad, and he did a really good job playing Toad. He's not like a stereotypical, you know, black guy or anything, but man, he does a really good Toad. Like they should do something like that, you know. They could cast like a Latino, then like, you know, still playing a character and being that character. I think that's the important part, is to display the character how they should be displayed. Oh, but who knows, maybe they could have someone for Wario or Waluigi. I mean, there's still some open slots for those other characters in the next movie. Oh, I saw the banana. Wow, almost did not make it out. I know. I hope someday he'll give it a chance. I think more folks would be happy if they do come up with a second film. Oh, saw the twomp. About ready to drop too. Oh. Yeah, mushroom. Go, 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 go! Mario looking back at Donkey Kong. You read that too? Yeah. Yeah. I respect him. I mean, he's been in a lot of good movies that I like. He played a lot of good roles, man. But I don't know, just this one time where he's one of the main casts from that '93 movie where he's really proud of. He's really proud of that Luigi role that he did in that '93. But for him to, you know, come out and say like, "Hell no, not watching that," I know. It kind of lost like respect points, but it's okay. I just hope that he comes around though. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I fell off. Oh, falling down like a comet. So it's probably not this theme. I think it's the GameCube one. So when you start the GameCube Rainbow Road, there's that that little, I don't know how to call it, a little intro on the theme song. That is a theme song that appears in the movie. Whoa, the star. The cheesy looking moon. Man, this course is good. This is like the precursor to the 3DS Mario Kart 7 Rainbow Road. But the major difference is that, I mean, there's still the circles that you can fall into, but the 3DS version would have the moon that you can land on. The only Rainbow Road that you can land on. Oh my gosh, I should have used that. I could have used that bullet bill and just bypass the lightning shot. Ooh, right on the edge. The edge of the universe. Get the star bits in the background. That's coming off of Super Mario Galaxy. I think we should just like avoid all the tricks for that part. Oh! Oh no, my mushroom. It's Bowser. I don't really see many people use Bowser. He's a difficult one to use, but I think if you pick Bowser and pick a tiny, like either a bike, but it has to be like a tiny vehicle. That's how you balance it out. Oh, oh! I thought that was the last lap. Why? I threw that bomb like it was like the last thing. Oh, I didn't even get to land on that correctly. Oh! Looking back is pretty dangerous in this course. I just want to see how they look at that front side. Alright, there's a blue shell. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that without the tricks this time. So far, so good. Oh, there's a mushroom. Okie dokie. Oh man, imagine in the second movie we get to see like Metal Mario. Oh. Yeah, there was a moment in there where I wanted to see like Rose Gold Peach when she was on that bike. Because she would appear in like, you know, Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. But yeah, there's a moment on that Rainbow Road scene where I wanted to see like, you know, Rose Gold Peach. Man, that was just a fun scene. Dangerous, but like fun. It's like almost like Mad Max, but like in space. Man, someone should make that. Make a Mad Max in space. That would be an interesting one to watch. I don't think anyone has done that. In terms of like, you know, just sci-fi movies in general. Oh, gotta love the dolphin. Neat little shine or sunshine. Throwing some sunshine in there. It's a great summer game. Super Mario Sunshine. Fast ice. Oh, ended up with a rank B. Alrighty. Alright, I'll just let this credits play. Yeah, seeing that my theater had the Arcade GP DX made me want to play some more Mario Kart, so yeah, just thought to jump onto some old school Mario Kart. But yeah, Tycho being playable, that is definitely something. I didn't realize that was a thing until I saw that deluxe Arcade GP. But Pac-Man, in the other Arcade GPs prior to DX, there was Pac-Man, there was Miss Pac-Man, and Blinky, one of the ghosts that you can play as. And it still had the camera thing where you can, you know, it would shoot like a photo of your face as you're racing, and then that would be displayed by your username or whatever, or racing character. So that was pretty neat. I don't know if they credited Kenji Nakata, which is the composer for the Mario Kart series, in that new movie, but I would have to look into the credits again to see if they did. But mostly, I mostly noticed Brian Taylor and Koji Kondo being the consultant. But that's about it. I feel like they might have missed out on some more of the music credits, but who knows? Like the DK rap, I think that was credited. No. DK rap was not credited. Because Grant's name was not on there. That was the only mistake that they did. I think, or at least the more obvious mistake. But the pop songs, the 80s pop songs, those were set. But yeah, man, the music was great. I wanna have a peek at the soundtrack. I know that I Am 8-Bit is putting out double vinyl, I think double CDs as well, and a cassette tape. And then there's a Bowser single, like a two-sider Bowser love song on one side, and then on side B would be the Mario Brothers rap, which is, you know, the one that's taken from the Super Show. And I think the Mario rap one is a redone version of it, so it's not the same exact. Even though it sounds like it's exactly the same, but I read that it's like a redone, re-recorded or something like that. But I have to take another look at it. But that's great that they had it in that movie. That, you know, that you can't top that. But yeah. Totally max out Pac-Man. Oh really? Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, good old Pac-Man. There was one Pac-Man game on the GameCube that required like the GBA Game Boy Advance peripherals to use as like a second controller or something like that. Never got to play that one. Forgot what it's called. And it was a very rare setup. It was kind of similar to how they had the Four Swords Adventures or whatever that was on the GameCube. Like that game would alternately have you hook up like other Game Boy Advance handhelds to the system, and then have the other three characters play. Or yeah, if you have like a 4-player setup, like the other 3 players would have to have their Game Boy Advances in hand to control their links. That's something that I've yet to experience. I've only played like single player for that game. Alright. But yeah, I do have a copy of that. I've shown it on previous GameCube streams. But yeah. Huh, it's weird that it's like cropped out on the side there. But yeah. Hopefully someday I want to try and feature the some more GameCube stuff. Alright. Oh, nice that they ended with a Wario or a Mario start screen here. Alright, I think this is it. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what it's going to be. I saw that there's a new update for Nintendo Switch Sports, so I might just keep that to the Saturday. I forgot what it was. I think it might have been like something golf related, like a golf update or something, or either golf or tennis. I forgot which one, but it's a very green outfit, and green is in season for you know, this month, I guess, or I guess the previous month, but I guess it still goes into this month because like spring and Easter and stuff. They already put out the bunny outfit, so next time I boot up that game, I'll still have my bunny body or rabbit body. But yeah, the new outfit is like, it's like I think golf related, like a classic golf set or something like that. So I'll try to unlock that on Saturday if I can. As for tomorrow, I'm not sure. It'll probably be another flashback to an old game or something. But we'll see. Anyways, thanks for joining in. Possibly talk more about the movie. It will probably be a repeat of what I've mentioned this session. because I probably wouldn't be able to stop talking about it. But yeah, I'm gonna take off for now. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your night and or day, and I'll see you next one. Later.
See you next time!